Hey fellas, welcome to the stream. So we are live. So this is our first live series in which we are trying to code something. So the upcoming series will be similar, and the whole goal is to just jump into the code and just try to build something. So we'll be just picking random project ideas and we'll just try to build them. And sometime we will fail, and sometimes we will be able to push something to GitHub and see something gets built fully. So yeah, for this series, nor the this live, we are going to build a Discord bot using Node.js. It will be very simple Discord bot, which will give you an idea of how to build more complicated, sophisticated Discord bot. So let's start. So always when I'm trying to build something using any libraries or any frameworks, I always keep the official docs open. So if you go to the discord.js.guide, you will be able to see the official documentation by discord.js library, which is built by Discord community, I believe. So for this project, we will be using Node.js. So again, we have options like we could use Python or some other language to build Discord board, but here I'm using Node.js. In future streams, we could even try to use Python. Like I have not tried it yet, so we could try to build a Discord board using Python in future streams. And yeah, so it's always good to keep the official documentation open. Also, this tutorial in DigitalOcean is also very handy. Like when I tried to build it first time, the tutorial was very helpful and it is very well detailed and well written and updated. It's up to date. It's written in 2020 July 22. So yeah, it's updated and it has very step by step guide for you to get started. So yeah, so let's start. So again, if we go to the documentation or the tutorial, the first thing is that we have to set up that bot inside our Discord by going to the Discord application dashboard. So yeah, so let's open that here, and here is our application. So basically we could create application apps here, Discord apps here. So for creating a bot, first we need to create a new application. So let's do that. Let's click here. So for the idea of the project, what we are trying to build, so basically it is a simple Discord bot. Like, so if a user needs some dose of motivation, they can just type in a command codes, some command like exclamation point and inspire me or something like that, inspire, and they will they will the bot will reply the user with a random motivation inspirational quote. And yeah, so that's the whole idea. Like the user will be able to get some random inspiration just by typing in the command inspire. So a very simple project, but it will help you learn the basics. So let's get started. So here you should give a name to your application. So let's name it inspire me bot or inspire me, and you can name it whatever you want. So let's create it, and now we have our application ready. And yeah, so basically there is secrets here. You should not never reveal your secrets to anyone, or never push it to GitHub or any public platforms. Yeah, so now we have our application ready. Then the next step is to you have to go click here. So we are trying to build a bot here, so let's click on bot. And here again you can see here it says that you could create a new bot here. So build a bot, bring your app to life by adding a bot user. So let's add a new bot here, and it gives some warning or some pop-up. So uh, let's say yes, do it. And now it says a wild bot has appeared. So now we have a bot. We have created our first bot here, user here. So again, here you have the option to rename your bot. I'm just going to leave it like that. And again, you have your token and all those things. See, this is your basically the page where you could configure, and you could change your configuration for your bot, including the changing the name, adding a avatar. You could add different avatar and all those things. And then once this is done, then the next part is to go to OO2, and here what you should do is click on boat where it says. So here you have to pick up a scope, and here you can pick up boat, Then here inside permission, you can just, for starting, you could just give it permission of administrator. So basically here we are saying that, so basically it is a bot, and the permission of the bot is that of an administrator. So going ahead with the projects, what you should do is you should carefully give the permissions. Like, you should not be giving random permissions. You should go through the docs, and you should understand the capabilities of each permission, and you should be careful with that. So we are just starting out, so let's give it administrator privilege, and yes, so that's it. So now we have, so we just went through by creating a new application inside Discord application dashboard, and now we created a new bot inside the application, and now we have given the permission and the configuration. Now is the part where we invite the bot to our Discord server. So I have a Discord server I have created called practice bot. So it is just me and the bots I will be uh, building and practicing. So here what we can do is we can just click on this copy, and we could just open this here, and it will let you invite your bot to your server. So here you can pick a server, so it says add to a server, select a server. So I have this practice bot server, and it says that the bot is asking for permission of administrator. Do you want to give it? Yes, of course, because I built it, right? So let's give it administrator privilege, and let's authorize it. And it says beep boop boop beep, are you a robot? No, I am a human trying to build a bot. So now we have let our bot inside our server. So as it says, you may now close this window or tab. Let's close it. And if I go back here, I can see inspire me bot. So now in the server I can see the bot, but it says offline because it is not online, like there is nothing that's happening. So now is the part. So this is the only part, like you have to do, like, for this is something you have to do for all the Discord bots you will be building. Then is the exciting part that comes of that of coding. And yes, so now we can also the next step is, yes, so basically you need this token here, bot token here. So again, never reveal your token to anyone or never share it to anyone. You should always take care of that, because anyone who gets access to the token can just log in as your bot and do anything, literally anything, depending on the permissions you are giving to your bot. So basically, if you are giving the bot administrator privilege, and someone gets access to your token, and they could just bring havoc to your server. So never do that. So never reveal your thing. So I'm just copying it here. Then yeah, so let's jump to our terminal, and so here, so I'm now inside my terminal. I will be using NeoVim for my coding. And yeah, so let's create a new project here. Let's say inspire me, and let's cd into that. And here let's say npm init, and let's say y. So this will create just npm package basic configurations. And here what we can do, so we let's also, yeah, so let's keep it simple. We are not using git here. And then we have to install something. So let's install first .env. We need .env so that we could use environment variables inside our project. And yeah, so now it is installed. And we also need to install npm install discord.js. So again, if we go, like, we have already done these steps. And yeah, if we come here, it's done. Then create a project, we have done that. We need, yeah, so we need this is the right set. Like, if you have, yeah, you need to, like, you should never paste your tokens or secrets openly in your code. So you will be, most likely you will be pushing your code to GitHub, and you don't want anyone to just go ahead and get those stuff, right? So uh, let's also do some git ignore, and maybe git init. Yeah, so let's do git init, and let's say nvim.git ignore. So always start with .git ignore, and here you can say .git ignore node.js. Yeah, so here what you should do is just copy this, and paste it inside here. Yes. Then because I'm also using NeoVim, we also need a .git ignore for swap files which will be created by NeoVim, which is very irritating. So let's see that. Let's also add a git ignore for that, and yeah, and again paste it here. Yes, done. So now almost the git ignore is ready. Now what we can do is, again, we have not installed the main thing, the main package that will be taking care of our board. So let's see what package we should be installing. So here it says we should install the package name discord.js. Yes, discord.js. So this is the documentation of that. You could check it out here, and should we can go deeper with that, and like learn and build more sophisticated discord boards. Like you can see, like permissions, reactions, collectors, all those. Like you could go deeper with that. Yeah, so let's for now focus on the simple project we have in hand. And now we have to install this. Npm install discord.js. Yes, so I'm also writing a written tutorial for a written reference for me. Okay, you can say it as reference, more like a reference where, like, if I want to I'll build further apps, further discord boards, I don't want to be like going through 5 6 documentation and tutorials. Here I can just focus on this one place where I know this is a steps we are taking. So if you see it, this is half done, not fully completed, but yeah, you can see all the steps needed, right? These are the steps we just went through. Yeah, so now that part is done. We have, so let's see what is inside our package.json. Okay, so we can see the dependencies here, discord.js and .env. So that is yeah, that's the two um, packages we need now. So let's go ahead by creating nvim dot index.js. Let's create the index.js file, and yeah, before that, let me create .env file. And I am so I will be, okay, so here what is about board token, and here I will be putting my value. Okay, so I will just put the value off screen so that it is not revealed. Okay, so let's let me do that. So basically, once you create that, you will get um, your own secrets which you can use. So now let me take it off screen, and let me go here and let me copy it here, and okay, okay, so we are back. So basically what I did is I just went ahead, copied the token which is here just by clicking here, and I just created a new file named .env, and I just pasted my the copied token, and yeah. So now let's go for nvim index.js, and now is the exciting part of coding. So let's start. So first we have to say const discord equal to let's recur the package we just installed, so discord.js. Then we have to say client, because we need to initialize a newly created discord instance dot client. Again, you have this all this written in the documentation or tutorial here, so you could just follow this. Yes, so next step is to, yeah, so let's say const config equal to recur .env. So this is the .env package we installed for dealing with the secret environment variables. And so yeah, then we need to say config here. So what this allows us to do is that we could use process.env and get access to that file, that secret variable. So let's start. So So client dot on ready. So if you have used jQuery, you know you might have seen something similar like that. So while starting, I just felt like jQuery or something like that. I felt that vibe actually. So yeah, so basically, as you might guess, client dot on ready is basically something that happens, like what to do when the boat is ready to just do whatever you want it to do. So yeah, so it's a callback function, and let's say for now we will say console log. We will say console log inspire me bot is running, and yeah, let's see if it works. Before that, we need to log in to the we need to log in to get the bot to log in. What we need to do is we need to say client dot login, and we should need to say process dot env, then the bot token we just create the variable we just created in the .env file. And now let's try to run it. Okay, so let's see. So now I just so it takes some time. So basically it depends on internet connection and stuff. So basically what is happening is, so now if we go back to our Discord server, you can see now it says inspire me bot is online. So earlier it was offline, now it is online. So that's what happens. So that's what is happening here. When you say client dot login process dot env dot bot token, we are passing in the token. So that is what uh, lets it know that what which bot account should be used to log in. Bot user account should be used to log in. So this is how it happens. And this area here, client dot on ready, this is what happens when the login is successful and the bot is ready. This is what happens. You could just put in here any, say you can maybe put in like put in some code which says greetings to everyone when the bot is ready. So that's something I have used in another code. We will use it in the future in another stream. Yeah, so that's the whole idea, right? So here first we are installing the package discord.js. So this helps us build the discord bot in a easy way, and here we are initializing it, and here we are importing the .env configuration .env package, and we are just activating it. We are calling the config method, and here we are just saying when the login is successful, just console log something to the screen so that we know it is done, successfully logged in. And here we are saying just go ahead and log into the server. Yes, so now if we so uh, so if I come here and maybe just refresh the page, and let me see. So basically, so when we are starting, we are just doing this node run, and when our system is on, it is online. So now it shows online, but it is actually offline. Like it takes, there is some time difference. So yeah, so now you can see now it went offline, right? So it takes some time, like after when it's online, and when you're if you turn it off, it will take some time for it to go offline actually. There is some different like seconds of difference actually. Yeah, so when starting you could just maybe, so there's options like once you are when you're building the boat, you could just run it through your laptop or your PC, and you could just use it. But the moment you shut down your PC or your laptop, the boat goes offline. So one way to host it, use maybe something like Raspberry Pi or something like that, or you could use platforms like Heroku. So I have used Heroku for hosting two of my bots, and they have a free plan and a paid plan. So if you use free plan, you have to it has like 20 days or something like that. You can only keep the bot running for so and so hours, or you need to get a paid plan which goes from $7, starts from $7. So yeah, so you can see if you, so these are two bots I have created and it is running. And yeah, so if you would like to see me do a video on how to do the hosting, yeah, just comment it down. Let's yeah, in future we can do that. We can do the hosting part also. Yeah, so for now let's focus. And yeah, so as I said, so now it's offline. Let's see. Let's when we run node index.js, let's see, we can see it goes online. Yeah, now it's online, right? And here we have the console log here, it's online. And if we do cancel, if we kill the server, if we kill the node server, and it will go offline in some minutes or seconds. Yes. So now to our part. So what's the goal, right? So the let's move ahead and let's do something. Yes. So for the start, so yeah, so there will be messages coming. So basically what the bot will be doing is that you will be watching our server, our channel, for all the messages that is coming, and it will try to like, so it will be listening to all the messages, and we need to parse the message, and we need to create a command of our own, like we need, like, it is not ideal to just give inspirational quotes for every message that someone puts. Like someone is asking like, how was your day, or uh, I have this confusion, can you, could you help me? And it is not ideal that your bot will go ahead and just break the conversation and will throw out some inspirational quotes, right? So we don't want that. We need people to invoke our bot. Like our bot should be only be providing inspirational quotes when the user invokes it actually. So one way to do is, so this is again here, this we have, like, there is no one way that fits for all needs, that you can just, you could come up with different ways to do things better. So yeah, that's the whole idea. So you could improve, right? So with every bot you will be building, you will be learning something new, new way to structure your code, new way to invoke something, and you will be doing. So for now let's stick to the basics. And yes, so here I will create something, I will create a variable called prefix. So why prefix? And here I will say exclamation point. Why? Because need my bot to answer only when someone types in exclamation point and inspire me, right? So to identify that, like, so we will be listening to every message, and we will be stripping, we will be checking if there is, if it start with exclamation point, right? If it start with exclamation point, we are good to go, and our bot can just go ahead and do its job. So let's, so again, you should remember, right, like if your server has other bots which also listens to inspire, which also listens to the exclamation point, and the user is trying to invoke some other bot. But if you are using this method, what will happen is your bot, inspire me bot, will activate every time someone will try to activate some other bot. So you don't want that. So for this case we can go like this, but in future we will write better code, like you can say only activate when someone types in inspire me, right? So in that case what you'll use, you will just change it to command, and we can do something like that. So for now let's start, like let's do this. Yeah. So here we are saying client dot on what? It is not ready. It is not ready in UAV. So it is suggesting here ready. It's not ready. We have done it already. So we can see it here, right? So yeah, so ready is here. We don't want that. Then what we need? We need on message. So it is pretty self-explanatory. Like on message means that when a message comes, right? When a message comes, pass the message, and we are creating a function here. And first thing we need to check is that, is author of the message, is author of the message a bot, like, so we are just checking if is the message given. So basically for the bot, every message will look same. We don't have any way to differentiate it. So here we are doing a check. We're saying if message is by author, if the message author is bot, just return and don't do anything, right? That's what we don't want, it to get into a infinite loop or something like that. So we need to write this line, right? So it basically it says that, like, if the author of the message is a bot, return, don't do anything, right? Then another, then what we are doing is that if message dot content dot starts with prefix, return. So again, if the message doesn't start with prefix, the message is not starting with prefix. And what is prefix? Prefix here is exclamation point. Again, you could use anything. I'm just using exclamation point because that's a standard, or that's the that's the most used. So you could use anything here. So first check is that is author of the message a bot, then return, don't do anything. Second, if the message is not starting with an exclamation point, again don't do anything, just return, right? So then what we are going to, again you don't so yeah, so it's good to okay, let's go ahead with this method. So basically what we can say is command body, and we are saying command content dot slice, and we can say prefix dot length. So what's happening here is we are saying message dot content dot slice. So basically from the message that we received, we are slicing the exclamation point and the rest of the content. So if it is exclamation then help, we are just stripping out the exclamation and we are just passing the word help to the command body. So imagine your bot might in future uh, might have maybe it might have many commands, different commands that could let the user have some very interesting interactive sections between the bot and the user. So we'll keep that in mind, and yeah, for this example it is not much needed, but yeah, this is a pattern you will be following in future projects. So yeah, so that's what we are doing here, right? So this is to check, so we are just parsing the command and we are just removing the exclamation point so that we get the command body. Okay, so it is just a variable I created so to deal with that. Then we can say const command. So here we are saying what is a command, right? So we can say command dot body to lowercase, and so what this is doing is that just taking that. So if it is capital HELP, we are just turning into lowercase, right? So basically this is to check, right? So the user might be typing in something like a small letter H, then capital E, then so it there might be we can't just predict how the user might type. So we need to take care of the edge case, and we just need to convert the command body to lowercase and save it in the const called command. And here this is where we will check for the command, like what is the command, and we will say if command equal to inspire me, right? So this is what we are listening, right? We can again you could create different commands here. We can say help, right? So okay, let's do that then. So if command equal help, then what to do? Message dot reply. Again message, where you're getting message, you're getting message from here. So basically client dot on message, whenever it happens it gives us a callback function where it will give us the message attribute through which you could dig through the message and you could get all information like the content of the message, author of the message. You could also reply to that user did who created the message. Yes. So yeah, so message dot reply. Then here again you can say hello, I'm here to inspire you, try the command inspire me. Okay, so let's try it. So basically now what should happen is when someone types in exclamation help, this will be returned, this will be the response by the bot to the user. Let's see if it works, and let's run it. Node index.js, and it takes the time, as I said, it takes time to log in, and now it's offline. We will see it online once the thing runs. Yeah, so now there is console log, that means it activated that client dot ready. So now it's ready and it console log the message and it's online here. Now moment of truth, let's try it. HELP, and again see we have it here, right? So now we have hello, I'm here to inspire you, try the command inspire me. So and if I write HELP, nothing happens. If I write help, nothing happens. If I do hello bot, nothing happens. But again then if I write hello bot, nothing happens. But if I type help, then it activates, right? So this is what happens, right? You have to have a clear command here. So you should, when you are building your board for like giving out to people, like if you're making the board which could be installed by other people in their servers, so there will be other boards in the server, and you don't want your board to be conflicting with other boards in the same server, so you should take care of that. So now let's do the real command that we need. So for that, how the code thingy will work is that we have an array of codes, and whenever someone do the inspire me command, someone when someone invoke the command, we will be just picking a random, we'll be just doing math dot random, and we'll be just picking a random code from the array, and we will be just replying with that. So let's copy paste some codes, an array of codes. So I have just copied, and yes, so let me paste it here. This is just yeah, so this is just some codes, random codes I picked from internet, and I have just added it to an array. Again, here you could be innovative, you could just pick you could use some APIs, and you could just pull the code from the API, or you could just take it from like an Excel file, Excel sheet, or JSON file, or something like that. Here I'm just putting it inside my project. So that's pretty long uh, array of code, yeah. So now the real thing, right? So let's write the real command here now. So if command equal inspire me, then for now let's say wait, I will give you some motivation in a moment, right? So now let's see if it works. So now we are not doing anything with the array, we are just trying to see if the command works. So and it's offline, let's see, let's wait for it to come online. So now it's online, and here now let's try the help command first. Help, it works. And now when we try to do inspire me, it works, right? Wait, I will give you some motivation in a moment. So yeah, so this so here it is using my username. So if there was some other user here, and if they invoke the command, if they invoke the bot will reply with their username here. So again, that's happening because of that message dot reply. So yeah, so now let's jump into the main thing. So now we just need to just do some math dot uh, random, and just do that. Okay, so the codes are just too much too heavy for my system, yeah. So yeah, so let's create okay, so here what we'll do, we will just say random code function. So we'll just write a anonymous function here, sorry, so we will just create an arrow function here, and we will say codes, then math dot floor, then math dot random, then codes dot length. So this is just basic JavaScript math dot random function that lets us pick a random item from the array, and yeah, nothing complicated there, just I just copy pasted from Stack Overflow, so nothing crazy going on there. And yeah, so here now we will change this reply to be actually our to be our actual reply. So let's say a random quote here. So we so whenever user invokes the command inspire me, what we are trying to do is we are calling this random quote function here, and the function indeed what it does is that it just goes to our array of codes, and just picks some code in randomly, and try to reply with that code, and make a happy day, inspiring motivational day for the user, right? So let's see. So let's just try to see if it works, and hopefully no errors till now. I'm not sure why. So basically it will be the streams will be filled with errors. So yeah, so in future streams we'll be seeing more of errors happening. So now the bot is running, so let's see if it works. Inspire me, and I got an error. Yes, 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 we got an error. All right. I was like, oh man, the stream will end with no errors, right? You will feel like it is fully prepared, like it is fully practiced. We don't want that, right? We need some errors. So that's the real life coding. That's what happens when you code in real life. There will be errors, there will be googling, there will be stack overflow, all those things. Guest entry by stack overflow, and yeah, appearance of Google. Like googling is part of the journey, right? No matter your experience, you will be googling things. So we have an error here, right? And the error is very silly error, very basic error, but I always makes it. So yes, so even though I said we are calling the function, I forgot to put the parenthesis here. So basically it is just returning this thing here, and not actually calling the function. So let's call the function, and to call the function you need the parenthesis here. Yes, now here we are calling the function random code. So now let's run it. And yes, 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 let's run it. Come on, come on, come on, bot. Okay, error, we have another error. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. So the error is again typo here. I just, instead of writing floor, I wrote floor. I'm not sure what that word means, or if a word exists with that spelling. So now let's try it. Node index.js. Yes, bot is running. Let's try it again. Inspire me. Yes, that's awesome. Help. Thank you, bot. You just helped me, right? Now give me some inspiration. Yes, I got it. So design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. Great. That is very inspiring for me to do some design works. Yes. So that's all for the stream. We have the bot working. We have it running. So if I type it again, we will see some other random code. Stay hungry and bootstrap. Perfect. That's another inspiring code. So any user can just come in, type in the command, invoke the bot, and the bot will reply with a random code from our list of codes. That's it. That's all for the first stream. So in future streams we will be doing more such projects. So stay tuned, and feel free to jump in and hang out in the chat. So thank you all. Take care. Have a nice day, everyone, and stay safe.